Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I want to talk about something that created a lot of excitement in the AI creator community recently. Google Whisk is back. If you have been creating AI images for YouTube videos, social media content, storytelling channels or faceless content, chances are you have used Whisk before. It was one of the Google's most popular AI image generation tool because how simple it is and how powerful it was. But then Google decided to cancel it as a standalone tool. When that happens, creators everywhere started searching for alternatives. Some people moved to other AI image generators, others tried building custom workflows, and many creators were very disappointed because Whisk has that unique AI image generation workflow that makes everything easy and very simple. The good news is the original version has not removed completely or shut down completely. It has simply just moved to a different location. And so in today's video, I'll show you exactly where to find it, how to use that for free, and what has changed compared to the original version, and whether it is still worth using that today. So let's jump in. So now let's see how to access Google Whisk. The first thing you need to do is open your browser and search for Flow AI. When you open Flow AI, you will notice that it has become Google's center playground for many other AI tools. There are a lot of AI tools here. You can also search directly for Google Whisk. If you do that, you will usually be redirected automatically to Flow. Once you are there, click on Get Started, and here you will arrive in the main dashboard. Now if you are a previous Whisk user, you might notice some familiar things here. So if you are a previous Whisk user, Google previously offered the option to transfer the Whisk project to the Flow AI. If you enable that option, then you will find all your previous Whisk project here. And next, create a new project. And once the project opens, here look for the section called Tools. And now this is where things get interesting. Google added a hidden tools library inside the Flow. Think of it as a central hub containing many of Google AI applications. This is very convenient. So now click on Tools and browse through the available options. And if you scroll down, you will eventually find Whisk. And yes, this is the original Whisk experience many creators have been looking for. Open it and you will immediately recognize the familiar interface. You will see options like subject, scene, style. At first glance, it looks almost identical to the version we used before. But the real question is this: does it actually perform as well as the original version? Let's test it. First, we are going to test the image quality. To evaluate any AI image generator, I like using random image generation prompts. So instead of spending time writing prompts manually, I simply search for Google for random image prompts and use examples from prompts libraries available online. And this allows us to test image quality quickly and very fairly. So I selected a random prompt, copied it, pasted it into the Whisk, and click Generate. For this first test, I didn't upload any reference image, no subject reference, no style reference, no scene reference, just pure text prompting. And a few moments later, Whisk generated 2 images, and honestly, the results are very impressive. The image quality looked excellent, the details were sharp, compositions were creative, and the overall aesthetic was very similar to what many of us remember from the original version. At this point, things will look promising, but the image generation is only a part of this. One of the biggest reasons that creators love Whisk was character consistency. So that becomes the next thing to test. So let's test character consistency. For this test, I upload my own image as a subject reference. And now once the image was uploaded successfully, I copied another random prompt and generated new images. I used a prompt that I have used in one of my previous videos. Now that one thing I immediately noticed is this version seems slightly lower than the original version. It's not dramatically slower, but there's a noticeable difference. Another thing that I noticed is detailed prompts seems more important now. Simple prompts don't always give the strong results. For example, if you simply type something like a blue whale, it will not give a good quality result, detailed quality result. But if you provide a richer descriptions, more context, then it will give exactly what you want. Once the generation finished, I checked the outputs and the character consistency was surprisingly good. Facial features were retained and the outfit, hair, everything looks good. AI understood the reference image and it integrated the character naturally into the generated scene. And that was definitely a positive sign. Now, many AI tools performs well in the first attempt, but the real test comes after repeated generations. So I decided to push it further. I selected another completely different prompt and generate additional images. And also I decided to generate the same prompt with the same prompt again, and I kept my subject reference selected, and a few moments later the results given, and honestly I was impressed. The images looked professional, the character consistency remained stable, the outfit, the hair, the facial features, visual quality is stayed high. Even after multiple generations, the model continued producing strong results. From the quality perspective, Google WHISK performs very well. However, during testing, I still discover a major limitations, and for many creators, this could be a deal breaker. The biggest issue is aspect ratio control. Creators nowadays create images and content for many different platforms. Instagram Reels, TikTok Reels, YouTube Shorts, faceless content videos, vertical storytelling, TikTok videos. Unfortunately, the current version of WHISK does not provide proper aspect ratio controls. You can't easily choose vertical, horizontal, or custom dimensions, and that's a serious problem. I even tried specifying aspect ratios directly inside the prompts. I experimented with multiple prompt variations, but the tool often ignores those instructions and continues generation images in its default format. For content creators, this could be a major deal breaker because even the image quality is very high, you still need images that fits your final content format. So is Google WHISK back? Yes, absolutely. The original experience is back. Now you can access through Flow AI and it's completely usable. The image quality is great, the character consistency is great, and the interface feels familiar and you can create images easily through these workflows. And for casual users, this is more than enough. However, there are some limitations. The biggest drawback is lack of aspect ratio controls. If you want more flexibility in your aspect ratio, this might not work well for you. If you are just generating images here and there, or if you are always using horizontal images, then this might be the best option for you. Now I want to know about your experience. Have you used Google WHISK through Flow AI? Tell me about your experience in the comment section down below. So if you think this video is helpful and if you want to learn more about this kind of cool new AI tools, please consider subscribing. Let's meet with another video. Have a great week.